What are the Big Island of Hawaii home buyers most regretting after moving to the island? Join me as I jump into the top regrets Big Island home buyers face after making the move across the pond and see if you can avoid these same mistakes when you make the move here to the Big Island. Aloha, my name is Stephen Prosky, your real estate Kailua Kona realtor, broker, and my goal is always to educate and inform you about real estate and life on the Big Island. But not everybody listens when I tell them what's going on. In this video, we are going to discuss the most common regrets that buyers face after making the move to the Big Island and what you can do to avoid them. Moving to a new city can be an exciting adventure, but it can also come with its fair share of regrets. As someone who has relocated to several different cities in my lifetime and having some regrets myself, I have seen many buyers jump into the Big Island real estate market with rose-colored glasses on, only to realize later that they made some costly mistakes. When it comes to buying real estate here on the Big Island, there are often several key issues that buyers often regret. One of the biggest concerns is picking the wrong location. Yes, the first rule of real estate is location, location, location. And we always talk about that to our clients. Whether it is being too close to tourist traps, far from shopping, or too far from the beaches, being in the right community is crucial to your overall happiness and satisfaction. The Big Island is just that big, and even though it might not seem like it would take a long time to drive, say 15 to 20 miles, it could take you 30 to 40 minutes because we don't have any freeways, and some of our two-lane roads are very windy and take some time to get through those. So let's look at the map, and you're down in Captain Cook community called Kona Paradise. To get away from tourists and cruise ships that visit us regularly, it could take you about 45 to 55 minutes one way just to get back into Kona town to do your shopping. There is only one grocery store in Captain Cook, however, it is very small and limited. Living away from the conveniences has its benefits, however, it also comes with its challenges as well. No convenience stores nearby, no gas stations nearby, limited grocery stores, no clothing stores, limited restaurants. Do you get the picture? Yes, it is less expensive than living near Kona town, but it comes with a price. We heard from several of our clients that they regretted moving so far away from their creature comforts. The same is true for people who move up to Waikoloa Village. Yes, it's about 30 miles north of Kona town, but can take you about 50 minutes to drive there. Waikoloa Village does have some amenities like a grocery store, shops, restaurants, plus it's only 15 minutes away from additional shopping and restaurants at the Waikoloa Beach Resort community. However, we have heard over the years that people don't like the area as much as Kona because of the windy conditions and arid terrain that they experience year-round. Waikoloa Village has a nickname. It's called Waikabloa because of the constant wind condition it experiences. You need to visit different areas to determine whether they will meet your lifestyle choices, living conditions, and overall peace of mind before you buy. That's always our recommendation. Since we have various ecosystems here on the Big Island, not every location is the same, and before you buy into any area, you need to do your homework to see if that is a perfect fit for you. Just because we are on an island and Hawaii has some of the best beaches in the world, that is not true on the Big Island. There are very few white sand beaches on the Hilo side of the island as well as in Kona town. The majority of the white sand beaches are north of Kona all the way up the coast. So don't assume that white sand beaches are everywhere and close by. You will find black sand as well as green sand beaches on the island, so just be aware of that as well. Remember, in real estate, it is always location, location, location. So make sure you have your wants and needs prioritized. Otherwise, you can pick the wrong location to buy into and regret it in the future. Another common regret is property size. Whether the home is too small or too large, we have had many clients over the years buy homes that were very large in anticipation of family and friends coming to visit, and later found out that those visitors never came and they were stuck with a home that was too big for them on their regular use. I always tell my clients, buy your home for you. You will be surprised how you can make it work when family comes to visit. Home sizes here in Hawaii tend to be smaller than what you may be living in currently on the mainland. So remember, we live outdoors 365 days a year and don't spend that much time in our homes. I only have a 2-bedroom home and have never had a problem when friends and families came to visit. Get creative, like air mattresses, Murphy beds, and yes, send them to hotels. Another regret we hear constantly is the cost of living in Hawaii is too high. Well, our median sales price for homes are some of the highest in the nation, and a good number of people think they can work around that by either renting out a space in their home to tenants or live further out and not live close to town so they can reduce the sales price of their property. You have to remember, it's not just housing costs are high here, but everything is more expensive in Hawaii. Food, gas, entertainment, car repairs, car buying, utilities, furniture, insurance, travel, clothing. It costs a lot to live here. And if you do not budget for increases in your cost, you will be priced out of paradise. We've seen it happen too many times. This happens continually with a lot of younger people wanting to live here in Hawaii on the Big Island. Employment opportunities are limited to primarily the hospitality and service industries, and there is limited long-term rentals available. As mentioned above, everything costs more here in Hawaii. Not all real estate agents will educate you about the cost of living items here when working with them, so make sure you do your homework and ask loads of questions about everything that you can think of. You may want to check out our video about cost of living Kailua, Kona, give you some additional information about what it costs to live here. Another regret we hear fairly constantly is missing family. Yes, you moved to paradise and everyone tells you they will come visit regularly. However, when that doesn't happen as expected, and people who don't get involved in the community and make new connections develop island fever at times and miss seeing their family and friends. On the mainland, it is so easy to get around and you don't always have to buy a plane ticket and fly. People generally will jump into their vehicles and do weekend road trips to visit family and friends. That does not happen that easily here. You want to see family and friends for a day or so on the mainland, you have to buy a plane ticket, and after doing that on a consistent basis, it starts to cost a good amount of money, and people get a little bit homesick and decide living in Hawaii is not for them and want to be closer to their family. Just to go over to Maui or Oahu, you must fly. There are no freeways connecting the islands, no boat ferries like you may find in places like Seattle. Yes, you are totally isolated here, and some people like it, but it's not for everyone. This is probably one of the biggest reasons we see people moving off island, and that's missing family and friends. So what is the most significant regret we have seen consistently from buyers moving here to the Big Island? Not our clients, but with people in general. It's not the high cost of living, it's not the tourist traffic, it's the lack of research and planning. Many buyers got into the market by not doing their due diligence and it ends up costing them in the long run. We see this often. People are here vacationing and they reach out asking to see properties. They fall in love with the island and decide, buy without doing the necessary research and planning needed to make an informed decision. We saw this during COVID. People were buying homes here sight unseen and didn't even come out for the inspections. We have heard many horror stories from people that they hate the property that they purchased because they were not informed about certain aspects of the home that were not disclosed to them by their real estate agents. This is unfortunate. Not all real estate agents work the same, and some are just about the commission and not the client. It's unfortunate. However, there are bad apples in every industry, not just real estate. We recommend you take your time, talk with locals, ask loads of questions, drive different areas at various times of day, check out the places you want to be near, do your homework, and you can avoid the regrets that we have seen far too often over the years. If you are not familiar with the area, YouTube videos are a great place to start. You are watching ours, and there are other real estate agents posting videos about the Big Island. However, they can only give you so much information. Find yourself a good realtor that you can navigate the process with and see if they are a good fit for you. Again, we are not all the same, nor do we all work the same. I believe in telling people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. The Big Island is not all unicorns and rainbows. Yes, it is a beautiful place to live, work, and play. I can't think of a better place myself to be. That's why I moved here. I try to convey that to our clients by being totally honest with them, even if it costs me a sale. It's about my credibility and reliability when it comes to putting your trust in me. I want to be your realtor and hopefully a friend as well. If you are thinking about moving to the Big Island, it would be an honor to assist you every step of the way. Just let me know how I can help. Remember, when considering any real estate purchase, do your homework and collect as much information as possible to make an informed, not an emotional decision. In the end, you will be much more happier with your decision and enjoy your home for many, many years to come. Mahalo for watching. Have a blessed week. Aloha.